In this map, I'm showing some local area network battles. It's a couple different maps of two human players on each team, and instead of my normal videos where you just watch me, I'm going to be showing different people's perspectives. So this is one of my enemies. His name for the game is Crushing Power. He just took down my teammate, who's going by the name of Jazzman. For this first map, I'm just going to be showing Crushing Power and I fighting. So he just ran over one of my mines in his tank, and now he's headed over to the sand crawler, which I just took over to try to get it back. These players have had a bit less experience than I have, so just remember that. Yeah, and so for this first map, my teammate Jazzman is mostly mowing the clones down into the tank, and Crushing Power's teammate is called Beanface Disgrace, and he is trying to take over mostly the Tuscan Raider areas, but he isn't too successful at it. So yeah, so most of the action is between myself and Crushing Power. So we've just now switched back to me, and I'm just mining up the base again after saving it. So here I see Crushing Power coming in at me again. He takes me out. This video is a bit of an experiment, because not only have I not done multiple people's perspectives before, but it's gonna, if it works out, gonna be a longer video. YouTube sent me a message that I could post longer videos, and so I'm trying it out. I just protected the homestead from the other human enemy, Beanface Disgrace. No, I didn't come up with that name. Then I saved the sand crawler. Here I'm going to be switching over to Crushing Power to show a little tank battle between him and my teammate. They both blow up because they were too far out. They left the battlefield. So I just got control of this base, and now the Republic is down to one base. I have their tank, and I'm just taking them out. The map is close to over. Crushing Power takes over the sand crawler one more time. Here I get into a tank battle with Crushing Power. I don't have a main gunner with me, so whenever my guns overheat, I switch over to the main gunner position and use that gun, which gives me the advantage. And I take out both of them at once here. And now we're moving on to Renvar Harbor. We start out with me taking over that base. Here's my partner, he's taking the enemy's tank. Now we're switching over to Crushing Power again, who takes down the vehicle repair droid and then destroys my teammate's tank. I head over to the next base, but then loop back because this one's already being turned white again. Crushing Power is repairing his vehicle repair droid to fix his tank. Something I should mention is that Crushing Power, although the CIS loses this map, Crushing Power does not die a single time. And here they've got both human players attacking the ATTE, which Jazzman, my teammate, is inside of. He takes it out with his rocket at the end. Now, Beanface Disgrace and Jazzman start fighting out here. The CIS has taken over the ice caves, and now they're trying to move out this way. And Jazzman is trying to get into the ice caves. For some parts of the battle, the sound is a little bit off from the video. I don't know why that happened. I'm sorry. Here we're watching me again. There's this little spot over here where I can take over that base while having some cover. So there's the other two human players still working on taking each other out in the ice caves. Here, Crushing Power takes out the ATT, which I was inside of. I jumped out, but the blast knocked me down and he got me. And a few seconds later, I spawn at the other base, and he takes me out again as I try to leave it. And now Beanface Disgrace has come out of the ice caves the other way and tried to retake this base, which I took over. And I stop him. And then I head back over to the Citadel or whatever. You'd think by now I'd have learned to stay out of the tank area. It takes me out. So, Beanface Disgrace has moved back into the ice caves to defend that area. Jazzman makes it into the ice caves. Gets the base white. And that's it. So now, this is a bit later. Beanface Disgrace is attacking my base again. I'm playing as a heavy trooper because I was planning on trying to take out Crushing Power's tank, but I never really got around to it. Too busy defending that base. Here, Crushing Power takes out yet another ATTE. But the Republic has just about won this map. Now, I'm still defending this base over here. Beanface Disgrace gets taken out there by a grenade, but he almost gets me. You can see my health is, or was, almost completely gone. And here the CIS runs out of reinforcements. That's it. So, the third map I'm showing is Bespin Cloud City. Jasmine and I are playing as the rebels. You're watching Crushing Power right now, who's sniping. And all four of us human players are in this hallway right now, trying to get to each other's base. So their Crushing Power snipes me out.
We captured a command post.
both of us rebels are dead at once. So the Empire's doing a very good job of holding us back. But Beanface Disgrace, who was acting as Vanguard, ran out of ammo, and so he left to find more, and he probably should have just respawned because there's a lot of action while he's gone, and we start getting into their base. But here, Crushing Power takes me out. Now Jazzman heads in. Takes out the enemy again. But he steps in front of the doorway when he had low health. Now I've come back into the base, but by then Crushing Power had spawned in, so he took me down. But now Jazzman's back, trying to take over the base again. So they're just constantly losing the base and then hanging on to it. But here Jazzman takes out Crushing Power for the 4th time, and this time we're able to get the base. And now Beanface Disgrace is back, but we're forcing our way towards the next base. Here Crushing Power decides to take over the carbon freezing chamber instead of fighting on the upper levels. So now we have control of all of the top level, and I head down into the carbon freezing chamber. Meanwhile, Crushing Power has now left the carbon freezing chamber and is moving up around the other direction. After taking over the carbon freezing chamber, I respawned on the upper level to stop Beanface Disgrace from taking over that base, but he got it. But I've skipped ahead a little bit here, not much happened, and now Crushing Power is trying to take over the upper level from the other side, and the other 2 human players are fighting each other in the courtyard. So no human is guarding this base, so I take it over. As soon as this base is taken over, I respawn at the other side of the map to defend the last attack from the enemy on our upper base. So we've got pretty much all the remaining enemies on the map right here. It. The last map I'm showing is Jabba's Palace. You're watching Beanface Disgrace here. Me and Jazzman are playing as rebels once again on this map. Here, Beanface Disgrace takes me out with a grenade. It was timed just right. I was looking away for a second and he threw it and I didn't see it. Here, Jazzman is trying to take over this side of the base. Taking out some lines. But Crushing Power is defending this base. That grenade he just threw took out Jazzman. So he's just hanging in there. And now, during this time, I've actually died a couple times trying to take over this base, but now I've gotten into it for a 3rd time. And I actually managed to get it white this time, and so I'm taking it over. So things are looking pretty good for the rebels now. So now I move into this base. I'm pretty much dead though, and so I die pretty soon. And when I die, I head down into this base. This isn't me though. This is Jazzman, but you can see. I'll be accompanying him in a minute. And actually, both human players from the enemy are now in this base as well. Jazzman just took out Crushing Power. He's grenading the door. There's me. And now we have the Empire down to one base. You can see me running on ahead. As soon as I died, I respawned over here. And actually both of the human enemies are now headed this way, so I stopped them. Got a little connection problem right there. It happens again, actually. But he tried to charge after me and he ran over one of my mines. Right here I throw a mine down. It's worth killing myself to stop him from getting to that base, but actually I didn't even need to. One of my AI took him out. I didn't even get credit for the kill. But here on my next life I'm once again defending this base. And Jazzman has kept them from taking the base in the other direction. So they're still pinned in this base here. And we're moving in to take out the last couple guys. Again, pretty low health, but I hang on until the end. And that's it. So thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. Goodbye.